Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Whew, I hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC as we return. We return with our final series of the broadcast, our final best of 3 quarterfinals match here in the Latino American StarCraft 2 League, the LATAM League quarterfinals. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the Peruvian Terran player, the Teal Terran. It is Draconix. Draconix. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Peruvian Protoss player, the Red Protoss. It is PassWord. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is a Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you believe will claim this series as final best of 3 of the quarterfinals. It's been an intense day of StarCraft already. We've had a lot of back and forth. That last series was crazy. Luciano versus Sagan might be the highlight of the broadcast, to be honest. Like it was a banger of a back and forth. But now we are here with another Terran versus Protoss. A very different kind of Terran versus Protoss. I think we were a little bit spoiled last time by Luciano going non-stop mech and non-stop aggression and non-stop cheese. Draconix is a bit more of a standard player. I say that. SV does sneak out across the map, does avoid the probe, and is coming in for an eBay block. So eBay block out of Draconix, looking to delay the economy here of PassWord. And coming into this here, I mean, again, Draconix, both PassWord and Draconix have been relatively active as of late. PassWord did retire for quite some time. And again, as I mentioned before, did recently get married. So again, felicidades here. Congratulations to PassWord recently getting married and looking to start a family as well. It's definitely really exciting and really fun to hear as PassWord is progressing, of course, in his life. Draconix has recently been streaming a lot more, has been casting a lot more as well, but we'll see how they compare to each other. I don't know how to place them right now, to be honest. Like, I have not casted either PassWord or Draconix in years, in a long, I mean, I looked it up earlier. Last time I casted Sagan was 2020. I don't know when the last time it was that I casted Draconix. It might have also been 2020 as well. You know what, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Until then, though, we do force to cancel here on the natural base. So PassWord, he will eventually expand. He was forced to make a Zeld, and his natural base was delayed by the eBay, but he will expand on location in a more secure setup here at his natural. Reaper does dip in, adapt in position, and Draconix is going to be forced back. So I'm just going to quickly look up when was the last time I cast the Draconix and PassWord. I'm curious. Behind this, we do have, of course, we did cover some of these players during I was going to say during the Hispanic StarCraft League. True, I did cast the Draconix during HSL, right? True. Before that, 2021. 2021 for Draconix. What about PassWord? I think more recently, right? Yeah, 2022. Yeah, so the last time before this year, the last time I casted Draconix was 2021, and last time I casted PassWord was 2022. So a little bit more recently, I should say, I casted PassWord versus Jaime versus Jim Rising in Copa Hyperion number 34. Damn. It's been 3 years. 3 years since I last casted PassWord. That's crazy. That is crazy. But we're back. We're here. We are back. Meanwhile, Draconix setting up back at home, going for his own 1-1-1. GSL made in Peru. Let's go. Let's go. The Incan edition, baby. Let's go. As Reaper does move out. Behind this, we do see Draconix setting up for what looks to be a Hellion drop here. Getting to delayed Hellion production. Marines, Medevac is on the way, so we are setting up for drop play. Draconix is going to be moving out soon. Momentarily here, he's going to be pushing across the map. Meanwhile, back at him, PassWord, he is going for a Twilight Council opener, triple gateway into a robo. Very safe opener here out of PassWord into a bit of a later expansion. So safe play out of PassWord. So far, so good. Meanwhile, Draconix, he does move out. What just happened? Interesting. So Draconix, I think he just assumed there was an observer over his base because he went for it. He dropped his Hellions at the 3rd from the natural, and then he went back over to pick up his Marines. So technically he snuck out with the Hellions, but now he runs into the army. Observer is back at home. So some interesting moves here out of Draconix, as it does pull away. Likewise, drop into the main. So far, PassWord is keeping up. The main base is more exposed, though he only has the one Stalker in position. Also, hello, the OG Booger. TOB, if you will. Good to see you. As for now, the Hellions are going to be forced back. Drop into the main, though. Yeah, it does drop into the main base. PassWord is out of position. Probe's going to be going down. He gets 3 worker kills so far. Gets a Stalker as well. Very nice damage, getting him to 5 probes. Yeah, 5 probes go down. Likewise, does attempt to focus on the pylon. We'll lose the medevac. Medevac does go down, but nice target firing here out of Draconix, getting up to 8 probes, 9 probes, 10. 10 workers going down, not bad. 10 workers do fall. That is worth it here for Draconix. Behind this, of course, getting to zone 3-1-1 setup. A third CC is on the way. He's not going all in, but he has done a great job of getting damage done early on here, so he does find himself with the lead. Even does find the observer. Is going to hunt it down. And so far, Draconix in a better position. Meanwhile, across the map, PassWord, he has yet to really be active with those Wing Stalkers. He's been stuck at home defending. His third base is, again, at a reasonable time, but economy is delayed here for PassWord. Now he's moving out, and the pressure is on the Protoss to get some damage done. The pressure is on as PassWord does move out. Does move out, does hit the bunker. Bunker does fall. But so far the tank will hold. Draconix is still safe and sound. Rebuilds the bunker just in case. Likewise, Raven harass across the map. And PassWord, he needs more damage. Like, sure, he gets the bunker, but he needs to get into the main base, get into a mineral line, needs some kind of economic damage here. More than just the bunker. Meanwhile, he does struggle. He does fail to contain his opponent. Ideally, you want to fan out your Stalkers. You want to try to keep your opponent pinned in their bases, but Draconix, he sneaks out. He sneaks out with the Raven, sneaks out with the medevac drop as well. PassWord tries to poke in, is deflected by the tank. Now, thankfully, PassWord, he has some units at home to defend. A handful of them. Raven is deflected. Behind this, Draconix taking up in towards Ghost production. Third base now being taken. And he's looking to move in. But again, we have charge lots, plenty of them. Yeah, PassWord is in position. Third base being taken. Marines, they step into the mineral line. They do get some probe kills. Nice target firing. 4 probes going down. And Draconix, he will pick up. He will pull out. Does pull away. Main army is spotted by the observer. Drop is spotted as well. PassWord, he's somewhat aware. PassWord, he is aware. Draconix is dropping. There we go, saving by the army. Oh. Likewise, dropping into the main. Ooh, 1 full medevac goes down. Yeah, rough loss there for Draconix. Does lose a medevac. Likewise, going for the bait. Can he sniping Sentinel Lance? Oh, it's gonna be close. Can he get it? Oh, apparently not. Yeah, it does snipe the bay, but 1-2 seconds too late. Does not snipe the upgrade. Again, we still have that second Colossus in production. So far, PassWord is still looking quite secure. On the one hand, Draconix has been getting some damage, right? It's been good damage as well. Some probes have been going down. In total here, 15 probes have fallen. He has been able to snipe some tech as well. He's been quite active. Going for the diamonds of the Colossus. Oh, can he get it? He can! He does take the Colossus, gets 1, takes down the Immortals as well, gets 1 Immortal as well. Just barely. From here, he pulls away, does evacuate with the medevacs. These are nice pickoffs, but what I'm concerned by here is the main push. When it comes to the main armies, I do favor PassWord in a head-on fight. The drop play has been on point, but the macro has been lacking. As you can see, Draconix, he has what, 900 gas, 500 minerals. Like the macro has been slipping here. As amazing as the drops have been, Draconix, he has been having a hard time spending his money. And he goes for the dive. The tanks are on siege. 1, 2, 3 tanks go down, and PassWord, he will overwhelm. He will break the third base. There's just not enough here. And again, 1,000 gas, like 500 minerals, like we just weren't set up. Also, unfortunate, tanks were on siege, right? Tanks were on siege as well. So despite all the drop play, despite all the damage, PassWord, he walks across the map. He breaks the third. Alas, Draconix, he has nothing left here. And he can just keep going. He can... PassWord, he can aim if happy at this point. He can't just push forward. Even with only one Colossus, it's fine. He doesn't need it. Doesn't need the Colossus. Takes down the tank. Takes down the bunker. GG gets called. And with that PassWord, he will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Again, really nice drop play, really nice harassment there by Draconix. He was getting a lot of damage done. It was impressive, but as we mentioned, his macro was slipping. On top of that, his third base was exposed. It was also unfortunate that, remember, when PassWord moved in, 3 tanks unsieged. The tanks, they all unsieged as the army was pushing forward, so that was also the worst setup there for Draconix. He had no bunkers, he had no SimCity to protect his tanks either against the mass zealots, so PassWord snowballed out of control. He snowballed out of control from there. GG, well played. A PassWord who will take lead in the series, and we'll see if Draconix can recover and try to force the ace match. Let's go. Let us go. As we're getting into game 2. And we'll see where our players will take us. So just updating the Wikipedia page while we can. Also on Pylon. Beautiful. Okay, game 2 is going to be on Tokamak. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So game 2 is going to be on Tokamak. So we're just trying to figure out what map we're going to be loading into next, as the players had not yet decided. But it's all good. We're jumping to game 2. And the pressure is now on Draconix. The pressure is on, and we're now loading into a much larger map in the map pool. Pylon is known for aggression. I should also emphasize that as well, right? The map is known for aggression. The map is more exposed when it comes to the 3rd and 4th base location. So these pushes are even more difficult to defend against. Here, it is easier to defend, so longer macro play, more defensive play can be favored as we load into Tokamak. Let's go. And spawning in the right-hand corner of Tokamak, we have our Peruvian Protoss player. We have our red Protoss leading the series 1-0. It is PassWord. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Terran player, the blue Terran player himself from Peru. Down in the series, we'll see if he bounce back. We'll see if we can make a series out of this. It is Draconix. Let us go. So we are settling into our next game. So getting to our next setup. Sorry, I'm just fixing up. PassWord, he messaged me that I had misspelled his name, and it was PassWord with a capital W. So I'm like, so I'm changing it everywhere while I can. Fixing it up. There we go. Here we go. Initially, though, we are going to be setting up. We do have the SCV across the map once again. Last game, we had the eBay block from the Draconix, and I'm expecting the same thing here as well. Ooh, never mind. I'd say that, but next is going to be throwing down the Draconix. He will scout. He is a little bit too late here to set up here on the low ground. But we'll scout the main. Scout the main base. Again, everything as it should be. Everything looking solid so far. Here we go. So his password is not all lowercase. We have confirmation. We have confirmation. Ay ay ay. See, it's at least medium strength password. Okay, it's got some capitals in there. Got some capitals. No numbers though. Oh no. As Reaper does pick in. Oh, gets a probe. Not bad. Gets a worker, pulls out, and will get away. Likewise, behind this, we did have our initially economic opener, racks expand into a delayed factory. Everything so far looking normal. A password is about to confirm. Password, he was able to confirm the opener, and we'll just confirm that there's nothing crazy here. Technically, this could lead into like a second and third racks, into like a 3 racks, into a 3cc 3 racks, or into a 2-on-1. So password just confirms everything's looking normal. Ooh, and he gets eyes on the add-on swap as well. Okay. So reacted Hellion once again. As a reminder, last game this led into a Hellion drop. We'll see what we go for this time. Or I guess it was Marine drop with Hellion harass, to be fair. But that is a very fast tech lab. Okay, so tech lab on the racks. This might just be reacted Hellion into an add-on swap into tank production. Yep, there it is. There's that add-on swap into tanks. So far, so good. Likewise, password setting up. Going for his own Twilight Council, extra gateway, so 3-gate blink set up here out of password. 3-gate blink into his robo on 2 bases. So far, again, very safe play, 2 games in a row by password. Nothing crazy, nothing too aggressive, nothing too greedy. This does get in. Catching out 2 probes. Yeah, 2 probes going down. Ooh, only nice body blocking out of password. Okay. 3 workers do fall, but he will shut this down. Last the Hellion. No, the Hellion gets away. The force field ones are just a little bit too late. And the Draconix will escape. So a bit of a back and forth here. That could have been worse, but I would say a nice trade from the Draconix. Getting 3 probe kills behind this. Oh, I thought it was an add-on swap for a tank. I mean, I guess it was. It's a bit of everything here. Add-on swap into tank production, into Banshee follow-up. This is all very tech heavy. There's just so much investment into harassment here. And my concern is if we don't get damage done, right? Like, this is quite committed. Hellion into tank drop, into Banshee play as well. We need damage. We need to achieve some damage here, otherwise Draconix will fall behind. This is quite committed. Not just this drop, but everything coming together. As this is a tank drop into the main. Let's go. Boosting into the main. Stalkers in position. Blink is almost done. Password claiming his third. Third base is on the way. Drop does come in. And with that, we got some nice control here out of Draconix, but the medevac does go down. Does depower, does depower the production here, but password, he will shut this down. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, password, he will defend. If you recall, last game, password, he sustained a lot of losses. Like, he was taking a lot of damage from the drop play. But this time he's a little more secure. Has still taken some losses, especially in the natural. True, has lost a couple of probes, but nowhere near as much as last game. Like, again, last game, the Draconix was all over password. Was pulling him apart, just getting to mineral line after mineral line, probe after probe was going down. It was insane damage that the Draconix was dealing. It was just his macro that was slipping, right? It was that follow-up that was lacking for Draconix. Ay, ay, ay. Meanwhile, the observer across the map does confirm the Cloak Banshee. Password sees everything. He saw the Banshee moving out. So he should be ready for it. As we have a... Oh, 5-1. Jesus. We have a 5-1-1. This does look very committed here from Draconix. He's getting a third CC though, so he's expanding. Banshee moves out. Stalker's in position. Observer as well. And the Banshees are going to be shut down. Ay, ay, ay. Again, they just don't really deal that much damage. The Banshee does fall in between the bases. Yeah, the Banshee does get away. Again, PassWord just setting up. Going for his Bay. His third base is getting saturated, working towards charge. Now PassWord, we just commit. Okay. If you remember, the setup here, look, it screamed 2-base all in to me. If you recall, I was talking about how committed this looked, but then I stopped myself from saying 2-base all in because there's a third CC. But I guess it doesn't matter. I get it. Throw it down to third base and pull the boys. Let's go. Let's go. It's all or nothing with Draconix. He's going for the kill, going for the throat. PassWord does dive in, does focus at the tank. The tank does fall. And I speak up there from PassWord, but the Marines, they're popping up, they shut down the Zealots, they're going for the Stalkers. We need another warp in. We need another warp in here, and it does warp in just in time. Zealots have arrived. And with the help of those Zealots, PassWord, does he hold on? It's still quite close. He needs more Zealots, needs more charge lots. Marines, they stim in, takes out the Immortal. Immortal goes down. Stalkers are exposed. PassWord has to blink away. The boys are being pulled, and PassWord, he needs that warp in. And he will warp in time. Yeah, the Zealots have arrived. PassWord, he holds. Ooh, he holds and he barely loses any probes. May have lost the Immortal, but that doesn't matter as much. The Bay is done. No Colossus yet. We can see Draconix is not done. He's not done. He does reinforce. Moving in once again. Does push forward. PassWord, he's trying to keep up. Oh. Army is deflected. Nice force field. Very nice force fields. But hoping up here from Draconix does save his Bio. Quick moves out of our Terran. Still rattling across the map. I mean, hey, he may pull the boys, but he's been making SCVs. Like he's got mules. He can still keep going. But you can lose 16 SCVs and still maintain this. And Draconix is so close to breaking PassWord. So close. Oof. Tank goes down. Draconix, unfortunately, out of tanks. And not making any more behind this. Transferring over. Dropping into the main. And we can see our PassWord. He is trying to keep up. We'll bleed out some Stalkers. Stalker's going to be going down. Drop pulls away. Does pull away. And Draconix, he is running out of steam here. PassWord, I mean, supply-wise, Draconix is ahead, but I mean, the suit does lie. PassWord, he is on 3 bases. So is Draconix, actually. Like, again, he's now getting a 4 CC. Like, I'm still trying to process the fact that we pulled the boys and we're still ahead in workers. Like, Draconix, he's an animal. Like, he's economically, he's actually looking quite solid. He's on 68 SCVs, getting a 4th base, soon to expand and get his 4th as well. Like, Draconix, he's looking solid. You know what? He's looking like he didn't even pull the boys. He did, of course, but... And part of this is because of the 4th base. The 4th base is late for PassWord. Likewise, I'm a little bit surprised, but no Colossus. He has the Bay. He has the Bay. He's ready for it, but no Colossus production here out of PassWord. Not yet. So his army's not what it should be. Draconix takes the lead. Now floating over, taking his base, taking his expansion. As Draconix does move out. Dive out, boosting in towards the main. Does boost in. Oh, unloads and completely unscattered, by the way. Yeah, no observer. No observer in position. We would expect one. Draconix stems in. Does hit the main. There's that recall, but can he focus that? He cannot focus the time. Yeah, that's a bold move here by Draconix. Ooh, we'll lose a medevac. Medevac goes down. Draconix though still has that massive supply advantage. Does have a massive army to work with. PassWord still building up. Now, if given time, PassWord will recover 100%. Like PassWord, he has Storm. He has Storm. He's working towards more Colossus, or at least he should be. Like PassWord is not out of this game. It all depends on how Draconix makes use of this army. He's for now working on upgrades, Ghost production, Vikings, Fusion Cores on the way forward, Liberated Range. Like everything so far is solid from Draconix, but it will come down to the main fight. And partly will come down to the storms and to the EMPs as well. Bearing in mind that there are how many? There are 4 ghosts. Observers get caught. But there are 4 ghosts with the army. EMP is going to be crucial here for Draconix as he engages. Likewise, positional play with the Vikings. PassWord claiming another expansion. Now setting up. So we are setting up. GG, 11 turrets? I looked over at the production tab. We have 11 turrets on the way. I mean, that's a way to spend money, I suppose. She's terrified about a War Prism. Jesus. Throwing down all the turrets. Dropping to the main. Does unload. It does unload. You can see PassWord is going to be dragged back into the main. But here comes the main army. And that's a lot of Vikings. So far, 6 Vikings. Here come the storms. Does go for the feedback. How many High Templar? Only, okay, 6. 6 High Templar. Plenty of storms. Dropping the main is getting a little bit out of hand. Vikings, sorry, the Liberators are set. Viking takes down 1 Colossus. We have liberation, we have freedom. Does want the High Templar. Does want it. Liberator slowly pushing forward. Ghost coming in with the EMPs. Ghost coming with the EMP. Yeah, there we go. Lands the EMP. Both armies are maxed. Tanks are pushing forward as well. And who does flinch first? Here we go. PassWord goes for it. Does go for the dive. Tanks that should be going down. Massive EMPs on the Colossus. Colossus goes down. No more storms. And Draconix, he does it. He takes the fight. He will break the 3rd, break the 4th even. And Draconix, he should not be stopped. There should not be enough here. Storm doesn't quite connect. There's what, 1 storm left. And PassWord is pinned back. High Templar goes down as well. And Draconix, he should have enough here. There's still that 1 storm. And there it is. I mean, the storm wasn't bad, but that was maybe the best storm we've seen. The others were lackluster. There's another storm lying in wait. Draconix just rallying across the map, going for the hybrid base as well. Drags the army into freedom. Oh god, another brutal storm. At this point, we should probably land the Vikings. We can land the Vikings. We can move forward even further. Regardless, the base is still broken. The expansion still goes down. Takes down the prism. Rotating over towards the third. Liberators are set up. Colossus goes out instantly. There's just so much freedom. Yeah, there's too much freedom here. Too much freedom. Too many Liberators. The army gets bullied back. And GG gets called with that Draconix. He will snowball out of control. He will tie the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Ooh, GG. GG, well played. We're going all the way to game number 3 here, and we'll see how this story ends. Again, very intense back and forth. Here, I will say that Draconix, his drop play was less successful, but the all-in was successful here. He may have lost 16 SCVs, but he was able to trade against the army, trade well enough, contain PassWord on 3 bases, and behind it, he was able to mule his heart out, rebuild those SCVs, claim his 3rd base as well. I was very impressed that Draconix, despite pulling the boys, despite committing so hard, he still maintained himself. Very impressive stuff there by Draconix. With that, again, PassWord, he was late to expand, late to take a 4th. He was late to take a 4th base, late to take a 5th base as well. His economy was lackluster, so because of that, his army was also lackluster as well. He just could not keep up, not with Draconix. And with that, we have 1 game left. Oh boy. 1 game does remain. 1 map does remain. And where are we dropping here? What map is left? We got rid of Torches, Incorporeal, Leylines, Ultralove Magnatha, Lost Fantasy. What are we missing here? Oh, Persephone, right? Here we go. Here we go. As we're getting into our final map, our final game of the series, here we go. Let's jump in. Let us jump in. Whew, oh boy. And again, based on how our players have been competing here tonight, based on how they've been performing, it's hard to call a favorite player. I mean, Draconix has been looking the most impressive. Like, you could argue maybe game 1 he was nervous, you know, maybe he was a little bit nervous, you know, maybe because of that he was having a hard time actually macroing out of the game. He had to warm up a little bit, you know, and that could explain as to what happened in the first game. But we'll see, because again, I'm sure PassWord is also gearing up as well, also getting ready as we jump into that final game of the series, the final game of the broadcast. Let's go. Also, big shout out to Mr. Melancholy in the chat. Gab, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. Giving us so much great content. You're awesome, bro. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We do our best. All the casting, all the StarCraft. We do as much as we can for the scene, for the community, for the people. We do as much as we can. Thank you. We appreciate the support, always. As we are getting into our final game of the series, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the Peruvian Terran player, the Red Terran, tying up the series 1-1 and forcing the ace match. It is Draconix. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player, the Peruvian Protoss, being forced into a tied series. Can he bring it back? It is a PassWord. Let us go. And fun facts, if you want to tune into more of both PassWord and Draconix, they both stream. They both stream on Twitch. They both stream relatively regularly whenever they have time. So they both have their ladder sessions. As I mentioned before, Draconix, he has... Oh. Hello. They both boop their heads a little bit there. But Draconix has been dabbling into casting a little bit more as of late. But again, like, more for fun, like casting just Team League matches more than anything. But both players have been streaming a lot, have been laddering a lot. And there we go. We do have our eBay block at the natural. eBay has been thrown down. I'm going to say that a lot of the players that we covered tonight have been streaming quite frequently. I'm referring to PassWord, Draconix, Eon, Tavito as well. Like, they all do stream relatively regularly. More so than I do. True, true. When it comes to laddering. As we have that eBay block again. Oh my, that's a lot of Jesus, that is so much progression on the eBay. With that password, he cannot expand. Does make the Zealot, but again, that's going to be a very delayed expansion here. A very strong start for the Draconix. So typically in this matchup, if the eBay gets this far along, you don't make the Zealot, you cancel the Zealot, you just expand at the third. Because it's just so late. But password, he does refuse to expand at the third base location. Instead, he will still take his natural, but a very delayed natural base instead. So a strong start here from Draconix, getting what he wanted. Does get what he wanted here. Likewise, at the same time, a big shout in the chat to Fat Big Skinny. Just a little bit confused about what that means, but sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing at tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Oh my god. Okay, for 3, I guess that means 3 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bobby. Bobby God, thank you so much. I don't think I've seen that before. didn't know that was a thing. But thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content, the StarCraft and the casting, and the LATAM League as well. As of course, this is a league that has been running for the past month. Unfortunately, because we've been so busy, especially with EWC, like you know this, like we were casting DreamHack nonstop and Esports World Cup qualifiers nonstop as well. So we just didn't have the time. We didn't have the free slots in our schedule to cast even more StarCraft. That's why I said earlier, I was saying this last week, and I say this every now and then as well, like we're overbooked. we cast so much StarCraft already. If we could like clone ourselves, we could cast even more. There's just so much StarCraft going on, and we can't cast everything. I'd love to cast more than we do, but we just can't. But there's so much more going on, like the Bolivian tournaments, or like more Latin American StarCraft here, more amateur StarCraft as well, more StarCraft Evolution content. Like there's a lot more StarCraft going on. And even recently, shout to Choi, a Korean ex-player. He's hosting a tournament. I think that's next week. He's hosting a tournament. He also reached out to host for us to cast. He's like, yo, I'm going to be hosting a tournament for the Koreans. Do you guys want to cast? I'm like, we have no room. Like, I'm sorry. We have no room. We have no room. There's just a lot of StarCraft going on. And we do our best. We do our best to keep up. But the reason why I brought that up is that this event has been running for the past month, and we didn't cast the group stage. We're here for the playoffs. We're here for the quarterfinals and semis and finals, but we did miss out on the group stage, as these players have been duking it out. And again, you can check out the bracket, !B in the chat. We only just made the Wikipedia page today, and we still have to fill out some of the details, so it's a bit of a rough draft of the Wikipedia page. We still have to insert the results for the group stage, but it's there. It's there as well, so you can check it out. Here we go. Here we go. As we're settling into this, we do have our third base on the way here for PassWord. Likewise, working towards charge. A blink is done. So a standard safe opener here out of PassWord, going for a third base. Everything is slightly delayed though for PassWord because of the opener, and the Draconix across the map is freely settling in. We do have our own 3-1-1 setup into a 5-1-1 into a third CC. Do you see what I see? This looks like the same setup we had last game. A 5-rack setup here with a third base on the way. So I'm not putting it past Draconix to pull the boys to commit across the map and to try to break PassWord before Colossus Day, because there's the Bay, the Colossus are on the way, but just like last game, can Draconix hit before the first Colossus really comes online? Stim is halfway done. The Bay likewise getting up to that halfway mark as well. We are getting there. The Bio Army is amassing. Bio Army is building up. Oh. Hallucination shut down. Double EB on the way for double upgrades. PassWord, he does move out. Now, this is not designed to break the Draconix. This is designed to contain. To deny any kind of drop play. We have the Observer on the left. We have the Observer on the right. We have the Stalkers in the middle. Here comes Draconix. Does break out. My eyes are on this mineral line. As he does push. And so far, PassWord doing a great job at slowing this down, at just poking in. Third base now being taken. Ghost Academy's on the way. Draconix, he does not commit this time. This time he is teching. And he's staying at home. He will stay back at home. PassWord, he still needs more time to build up his own Colossus, kind of his own setup, his own army. I would say the PassWord was vulnerable, but Draconix doesn't move out. So the game will continue. The Observer does spot the double drop. You can see PassWord with the intercept. He knows it's coming. Yeah, moving in. Does blink over. He is ready. Yo, the setup and oh no! Oh my god, he gets one! Gets one full medevac. Very nice catch. I wonder if Draconix, I mean, he should know now. Like that was very suspicious. He should know there's an Observer somewhere. But where exactly? Could be on top of the army, it could be outside of his bases, it could even be here on the corner on the right hand side. Draconix pulling away. Behind this, going for a second starport into Mass Viking. Go. Oh. So it goes down. So it goes down. The Draconix is building up. Jesus, I just... as Draconix, I mean, if you remember last game, he was making like 11 turrets at a time. Here, he makes the 3 bunkers. Very secure here at the third. Meanwhile, PassWord is just chilling, getting a 4th base, just building up, macroing up as well. No rush here, no rush from PassWord. Just calming down. Here comes that 4th base on the way. PassWord pushing on the right hand side. Both armies have a similar army supplies to work with here. Do we have any storm? This time no storm. Ooh, so it's only Colossus for splash damage. Disruptors are on the way, but this time there's no storm to support. Not too in love with this move here. EMP's going off for the Stalkers. Yeah, Zel's punished. I saw a little more charge, lots of morphing in. At the same time, triple drop across the map. I believe the Observer did not see this. Yeah, barely not. That was out of vision. Meanwhile, the drop and the Zelt run by, they spot each other. Bunkers are ready. Also dealt with. And again, PassWord, he did see the drop. He's ready for it. Oh! Doesn't get the medevac. But does hold. Does hold, does defend. Again, still very tense between our 2 players. My big concern here for PassWord is the lack of splash damage, right? Just only 2 Colossus. And 2 Disruptors. I do favor the overall composition of Draconix, but I'm concerned about the lack of 4th. The 4th base of Draconix is late. So late 4th base from the Terran. As it's now being taken. PassWord, he rotates over. The 4th base is vulnerable. And how will the armies clash? Stalkers breaking in. Goes for the dive, goes for the CC. Yeah, 5th base is cancelled, 4th base is under fire. Army does go for the chase and should get at least the Colossus. Never mind. Does pull away. Nice damage here with the Stalkers. Bunker's not quite within range. CC being delayed as well. There's that recall. Army does escape. And that's going to force another cancel. Oh, it's close. Can he get it? Oh my god, it barely does finish. Whew. Base completes, Prism into the mains, El Warprint does arrive, and no, this time no ring of turrets. Draconix had the money for it, but no ring of turrets here in the main. SCVs are going down. Draconix is all in. Yeah, it's completely all in here. What you see is what you get. He does have a bank to work with, that is true, but he's losing a lot back at home. As we have a Warprint of DTs as well. Just catching free damage in the main, just catching reinforcements, Marines, Marauders, everything going down. Send the turret, the tower even. Does get the Colossus. But it's not about the Colossus, it's about the Disruptors. How many Novas? 3. Now 2. 2 Novas left, down to 1. PassWord a little bit trigger happy with those Novas. He's down to 1 Disruptor. Nova goes off. No connect, 0 connections. Uh-oh. And that's it, that's all he had. Only 3 Novas. And with that, we can sim, we can win. Draconix, he can break the 3rd. At the same time, the main base is killed. Everything else is on fire. Or at least the main base is. Draconix, he can't keep pushing. Ooh, I think killed his own ghost. From here, he rotates. Again, this production is still struggling. Draconix, he has money, but he can't spend it. As tanks get caught out, Nova's going, oh no! Oh, massive connections. Ay, ay, ay. He takes the Novas to the face. Takes them to the face. Draconix, he's got 2k in the bank, but the production is dying. Again, he cannot spend his money. He's racing back home to deal with this. Again, this one War Prism is the MVP. Imagine if there were turrets here. Imagine if there was that defensive setup. As the Prism even gets away. Liberation in the main. More Raxes going down. There's how much left? We're down to 2 Raxes. 2 Raxes. 2 starports. Oh, sorry, I should say 4 Raxes. 0 factories. You can see he's trying to rebuild. More Raxes on the way. I believe he still has 0 factories as well. Sorry, down to 1. Oh, the factory's floating. it's safe. Factory's floating at least. But Draconix, his production is now delayed. His Remax is delayed. And PassWord, he can rebuild himself. I still would prefer to see a little bit more complexity than just Disruptors, but sure. I'm referring to Storms. Bearing in mind, there's only 1 Ghost. Like, EMPs are not a threat. Novas. Brutal connections. Yeah, Novas are going up. 2 Novas do connect. Draconix is struggling. Liberator goes down. Liberator does fall. This PassWord is pushing forward. Slackbash trying to push into the concave. Draconix, he is set up though. It's well set up. Does hold, does defend. So once again, does commit in. Oh, not quite able to force his way forward. I mean, he's got his liberation zones, true. He's got liberators here at the right hand side at the 4th, in between the bases. We spoke earlier, there's no storm here. Like, there's no storm with this army. There is no setup. So Draconix now pushing forward. Oh, yeah, liberators are set. Oh my god, Nova goes off, takes down a Ghost. I believe that was the final Ghost. No, okay, 2 more. 2 more Ghosts left. Just a handful of Ghosts remaining. The lever goes off. Brutal connection. Yeah, the army is the SimCity working against Draconix here. Getting choked up. He's getting choked up. DTs, LC2 pop up. 14 SCV is going to be going down. Nice economic damage here. Draconix falling here in workers. Getting another base. It's mainly a Stalker-based army, though. It does stem in. He does focus on one Disruptor. Another falls. One left. One Disruptor remaining. Again, there's no Storm. There's no Colossus. Just one Disruptor. We can stem in. Send it. Send it, Pappy. Let's go. Gets the Disruptor. The Immortals as well. Oh, brutal connection. Never goes off. Vikings, they do land. Trying to catch out the army. Still a very intense trade here. And what's important, even though the armies do clash in the center, PassWord mass expanding. It's just mass expanding behind this, taking more bases, more expansions. And with that PassWord, he is overwhelming. Takes down one of the Liberators. Does move in. Oh. Does attempt to. Again, I'm still not sold on the composition of PassWord. It's so Stalker heavy here, which is quite vulnerable. Not the most efficient army. But very mobile, true. Very mobile. Rotating back over. Again, his economy is still untouched. He still has all these bases, all this economy. He can still afford these trades. Oh. Draconix does move in. As likewise, we're actually just going for the base trade. I was curious about our positioning here, but Draconix, he just ignores the army. We're sending it. Let's go. Draconix, he just sends everything across the map. Likewise, PassWord goes to the kill. The 5th base is going to fall. Sorry, the 4th base, I should say. Planetary, it does hold on a little bit longer here, getting some extra DPS, but it does crumble. At the same time, Draconix, he just sends it across the map. Ooh, but there are DTs. There are Dark Templar. And they do get a lot done. Yeah, more DTs warping in. We need those scans, and alas, we are running out of scans. Scan energy is quite limited here for PassWord. Sorry, for Draconix. PassWord with the DC's nice EMP. Nice EMP does pop off. Now going into the main, going for the production. At the same time, everything else is on fire as well. More SCVs falling. Yes, Draconix does take over the main, going for the Dark Shrine. The Dark Shrine is going to be crucial here. Are there any DTs left? 3. There's 3 Dark Templar. They're here at the 3rd. And again, the orbitals are being hunted down. Limited scans. Draconix going for the Great Migration. Oh, not quite yet. Floating back into the main. And again, there's 3 Dark Templar. That's all there is left here when it comes to DTs. PassWord still has a massive army to work with as well. The armies are comparable with each other. Bearing in mind, a lot of supply for PassWord is they're in probes. Like, a lot of the supply are in workers. So the armies are closer than the others would seem. Oh, DTs, they do head in. Do we have a scan? Up! Oh my god, nice EMP. Okay, EMP pops off. 0 Dark Templar remaining. Oh, the Colossus is almost out. Needs a couple more seconds. The Colossus is on the way. Up! Can he get it? Here come the Liberators. Yeah, the Colossus has arrived. Again, snipes the Robo once, just a couple of seconds too late. The Colossus is now out. And we're moving in. We're going for the blink. Going for the Liberators. He gets 1. Gets 1. Liberator gets 2. Nova's is thrown away. Liberators are exposed. Getting to 3, 4 Liberators. He stems in. No, no. And he will take the Novas to the face. Massive connections. Novas, they pop off. Liberators, they do reposition. It's still so close. As the army sims in, takes down the Colossus, takes down the Disruptors, 0 Disruptors remaining. Just a Gateway army. Has he done it? Draconix. He has double the army supply. He has a supply lead. Back at home, he's got a base, he's got some mining going on, he's fine. long distance mining. He takes out another expansion. Now PassWord, he has to rebuild the production. Right now he has what? He has some gateways. He has some gateways. He can spend some of his money. He has a massive bank. He has to warp in and play it slow. Like right now, these bases are going down. PassWord, just play it slow. Warp in as much as you can while you can. Stalkers are coming from behind. They catch a Liberator. Oh. Stalkers are looking for a way in. Zealots, they have arrived. Again, the PassWord just has to be patient. Ooh, but this is not patient. Leads out, what, 3, 4 Stalkers. A lot of Stalkers do go down. Good positioning here with the Liberators. Again, the Draconix, he is more efficient with his army. Oh, but the surround. We can set up the surround. Takes down the pylon, depower some of the gateways. Stalkers are coming in, and Liberators are exposed. Yeah, Liberators are exposed. Here comes the dive. Yeah, blinks on 4, takes down 1 Liberator. There's 2 Liberators left. Down to 1. And PassWord, he's done it. PassWord, he has done it. Takes out every single Liberator. And with that, there's barely an army remaining here. Oh my, I say that. Never mind. Draconix, he has no more libs. Can he deny the warp in? No, not quite. Doesn't deny the warp in, but good positioning nonetheless. This is still so close. 7 Marines, 7 Marauders up against the 3 Stalkers. This base falls, but remember, play it safe. Like, play it slow. Like, there's still 2 bases. There's still an economy here for PassWord. He just has to abandon this expansion and warp in. Just warp in and build up back at home. Just bank up the army. Just calm down, PassWord. Just warp in. He needs the gate. Like, he has 3k, 3k. Well, 3k, 2k. He has a bank, but he has to spend his money. He needs to warp in. And preserve the army as well. Build it up over time. Taking the gold base. There's a scan. Okay, there's 1 cannon. Sorry, 2 cannons. No shield batteries. Ooh. Yeah, no shield batteries to work with. He has only 5 gateways. He can warp in 5 units at a time. Again, the bio army is more efficient. Takes down a gateway, down to 4 gates. Here come the Zealots. Zealots, they do warp in. Going for the medevacs. Gets 1. 1 medevac goes down. Every unit counts. Every unit is precious here for Draconix. Takes down the pylon. Takes down more of the production. Oh. Here comes another warp in. Stalkers are coming from behind. They don't get the medevacs. Nice control by Draconix. It does pull away. Yeah, it does pull away in time. He does out-control the Stalkers. Draconix, he pops up. He depowers all these gateways. How many gateways left? Here, 4. Sorry, 5. Soon to be 5 gateways here, bottom right. So there's still a couple of gateways finishing up. So we can warp in 5 units at a time. There's a scan. Does spot the gateways. Does spot the base. Meanwhile, PassWord, more gateways here at the gold. Draconix, we can't waste our time here. We gotta keep going. He has to keep going. Has to keep moving. Back at home, he's muling his heart out. He has an economy. Oh. Also, we have the healing pad as well. Bear that in mind, if need be. Catches out a couple of Stalkers. Oh, medevacs are exposed. Does he get him? He gets 1. Yeah, he gets a medevac. Ooh, we're running out of steam. Draconix running into units here. Unfortunately, the healing pad does not help out the medevacs. That would be insane if it did. Speaking of, we do see PassWord making use of the healing pad instead. Yeah, it does heal up. Well, despite that, bleeds out a couple of Stalkers. Yeah, bleeds out some Stalkers. Nice unit control. Draconix, he picks up. He juggles. He juggles the army. He's crazy. Bjorn, is that you? Let's go. Oh my god. He's crazy. Stalker's coming in from behind. He wants those medevacs. He wants them. He wants the medevacs. Oh, you have to get out of here. He gets 1. There's 2 medevacs left. 1 medevac remaining. Denies the warp. Oh, he does deny the warp in. Massive pickup. Denies the warp in. Depowers the gateways. But remember, there's still 5 gates left. 1 medevac remains, but we have 4 more in production. Oh, he's overstimmed. He's heavily overstimmed here. Oof. Also, he's rallying in. He's bleeding out units. Calm down. Calm down. Get into that healing pad. He has that Draconix. His production is a little bit... Yeah, it's a little bit chaotic. He has to go back. Scans the bottom right. Heal up. Ah, he's distracted by the army. He's racing back home. Oh, he can't afford to lose this. He cannot lose that CC. Brutal losses here. He still has another base up and running. And PassWord, he had a 2k 3k bank. Look at the bank, look at the minerals now. Now PassWord, he does have left hand side, he does have the base on the left, he does have the base on the right. He has 2 expansions, he has an economy. But Draconix, he has mules. There it is, he has mules. Mules, they're crazy in this kind of game state, and he's gonna top up with the healing pad. Let's go. This healing pad is actually so crucial in this kind of game state. He fully heals up for the most part. Hallucinations, looking for bases. Now Draconix, he hasn't checked the left hand side. He knows that there's a base there, but he hasn't rechecked. There we go, there's a scan. He has to pick and choose. Ooh, PassWord cannot fight head on, not like this. Sentry goes down. No force fields, there's one more sentry warping in. Does have some force fields available. He sims on forward. And Draconix, he's done it. What a crazy comeback. Draconix, remember, he had 6 marine, no, sorry, it was 7, it was 6 or 7, it was 6, I think 6. It was 6 marines, 6 marauders, and 4 metamax, and PassWord had a 3k, 2k bank. But again, GG gets called, and Draconix, he will take the series 2-1. He will advance on to the semi-finals. GG. Let's go. GG, well played. That was crazy, Papi. Oh my god. Again, Draconix, he went down to remember, it was 6 marines, 6 marauders, and 4 medevacs. That was the army. That was the Terran army. That was 12 units, 12 fighting units against a Protoss player with 3k gas and 2k minerals, with 2 mining bases as well. At the time Draconix didn't have any mining. He hadn't landed CCs yet. And Draconix, he just microed his heart out. Oh my god, with the drop play, lifting up the units, of course, juggling his army. Likewise, positioning his opponent as well. That was crazy. GG. GG, well played. Draconix, he will take it. Very well done. Congratulations here. An insane series, an insane final game. GG. GG. Oh my god. He's crazy. Where is he? Where is he? Este Draconix. Gonna message him. Estás loco, papi. Estás loco. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my god. That was insane. GG, well played again. Congratulations here to Draconix, as he will advance on to the semifinals. And we have our top 4. We have our top 4. Oh my god. GG. What a way to end it. Oh my god. GG, well played, and we can catch up. We can catch up on the bracket here. We can catch up on what's been going on. Oh my god. Meanwhile, shout out to Mason Jar 014 in the chat. Gah, baby, gah. GG, thank you so much for the gifted subs, for the 5 subs to the community. Oh my god, thank you so much for the support in the chat. Hope you enjoy the content, hope you enjoy the StarCraft, hope you enjoy what we do here on the channel. Thank you so much, as we have our top 4. Winding it back, Mute, he started off the broadcast from taking down Darko Name 2-0, did advance on into the semi-finals. Likewise, Eon took down Tavito as well to advance on to the semis as they face off in those semi-finals. It's going to be next week. That is going to be next week. Oh my god. As Eon does advance on over Tavo. Meanwhile, we had Sagan versus Luciano. That was also a highlight series. If you missed out, if you only tuned in towards the end of the broadcast, I highly recommend checking out Sagan versus Luciano. It also had a very intense, very crazy finale to the series, where it came down to a 1-base all-in against a clutch defense. It was also very close, very intense. In the end, it did go the way of Sagan, just barely over Luciano. And then, of course, we had Draconix over PassWord in a very, very intense, chaotic finals there. Chaotic game 3 that could have gone either way. PassWord had a massive advantage, had the bank, had the bases, but did not have the army. And Draconix, he brought it back. GG. GG, well played. Crazy, baby, crazy. And with that, we have our top 4. We have our top 4 players. We have Mute, Eon, Sagan, and Draconix. They are, of course, our top 4 players of the LATAM League. Oh, GG. GG, well played. And yeah, so we have confirmation that next week is going to be the semifinals. It's going to be Sagan, Draconix, Mute, and Eon. They're all going to be facing off next week as well. Let's go, let's go. I reached out to Draconix. I was like, yo, tienes confianza en tu inglés, papi? Do you feel confident coming in for an interview on the stream? And Draconix, he's saying that I can understand you, but I don't know if you'll understand me. He's like my Spanish. It's like my Spanish. Oh, good. So he's saying that that if we interviewed him, that he'd understand what we were saying, but he'd maybe have a hard time speaking. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Much love, though. Much love. GG, well played. Este Draconix. Again, he played well. But with that, congratulations, and oh. But yeah, thank you so much. GG, well played. And with that, we are going to be wrapping up. We're going to be wrapping up here for the morning. Again, only quarterfinals today, but we have the semifinals next week. And again, this was a banger broadcast as well. I'm sure there are a lot of people watching that maybe haven't seen these players before. Again, like we began, like the Ducklings, we started covering Latin American StarCraft, but over the years, you know, we've been covering less StarCraft. You know, the Latin American scene has died down a little bit. There are less Latin American tournaments, so we cover less of the region nowadays, which is a bit of a shame. But because of that, if you're a bit of a newer viewer of the CranKy Ducklings, you haven't seen these players before. But as you can see, when it comes to StarCraft, as long as the players are close in skill, and these are, of course, GMs, they're highly rated players in their own way, not quite at the level of your Serals or Marus, but when they face off, man, we got some quality games. We got some quality gameplay here. It was beautiful. It was a great showing here from our players, a beautiful broadcast. And if you missed that, I do recommend the VODs. Again, it was definitely a lot of fun. It was very entertaining matches, and we had a great time. GG, well played. And again, we'll be back next week for the semi-finals as well. Otherwise, with that, we're going to be wrapping up. We're going to be wrapping up here for the time being. And again, we'll be back next week with some more Latin American StarCraft. Otherwise, we can have a look at our schedule here. So this was our first broadcast of the day, and you can see here this evening we are going to be live with the podcast. That is our weekly podcast, our weekly talk show of all things StarCraft, and we have a lot to catch up on. As a reminder, last week we were busy. Last week we were completely buried in EWC, in Esports World Cup qualifier coverage, which meant that we didn't have time to host the podcast. This time we do. This week we do, and there's a lot to catch up on. Basically, we do host our show every week, but because we missed out on last week, there's going to be even more news to catch up on. Basically, we catch up on all the news in StarCraft, also all the tournament results as well, and all things related to StarCraft, like player signings, player signups, new tournaments rising up as well, and yeah, just all things StarCraft related, I should say. So again, that's going to be at 7 p.m. KST. That's going to be at 8 p.m. AEST. That is going to be in 7 hours. 7 hours time. We're going to be live with the podcast. Likewise, we're also going to be live tomorrow with the StarCraft Evolution League. That's going to be Friday morning. We have Kung Fu Cup on Saturday. We have MSO on Saturday. We have a Sparkling Tuna Cup on Sunday, Viagra Cup, and we have some show matches as well. So we have plenty of StarCraft over the course of the week. This is a catch-up week. Because we were so busy with EWC, we have to play catch up with StarCraft Evolution, with Kung Fu Cup, with a bunch of show matches that we missed, with Latin American StarCraft League. Like it's basically like a big catch up week for us. GSL, of course, we covered GSL yesterday. If you 2 days ago, and if you see something they like here, and if you cannot watch it live, check us out over on YouTube, !socials in the chat, and you'll get a link to our YouTube channel. You'll get a link to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Discord, all things CranKy Ducklings. It's all there available to you. And again, we do post when we go live, and we do upload on a daily basis, so plenty of content on YouTube. That is the place to be for VOD content. So again, if you can't watch live, check us out on YouTube. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And again, we'll be live in 7 hours with our next event with the podcast, going over all things StarCraft. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Something that I haven't done in quite some time because we've been so busy is I haven't had the luxury to ladder or to stream. We'll do so now. I'm going to be going live here on my personal channel to just ladder for a couple of hours, to play some StarCraft, to smudge on the ladder. Let's go, Bobby. It's time to smudge on the ladder, so do look forward to that. That is going to be the plan here for the next couple of hours before the podcast. That's going to be the plan. So if you're interested, you can tune in to my personal channel. I don't ladder here. We do reserve the CranKy Ducklings solely for casting content and for casting StarCraft, and for some team content as well, like talk shows or team games. We ladder on our personal channels instead. But yeah, gonna be heading over, gonna be going live there. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later on tonight for the podcast, or tomorrow for StarCraft Evolution League. Otherwise, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Ciao, bye, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego.